The small creature carefully picked up the bowl along with the dried flowers. As the small creature explored its surroundings, tiny drops of rain began to fall from the dark sky. As the small creature walked across the field, stalks began to sprout from the wet soil.
I wonder if I grew that fast when I was born,
The small creature pondered. The small creature managed to pick up a handful of oats off the stalks. The small creature tried to brush some of the dirt off as it picked up the old kettle. In the remains of the old crate, the small creature found a ball of yarn. The small creature picked up the sewing needle with care, making sure not to hurt itself. As the creature approached the corner of the room, a grumpy voice emanated from the darkness.
Who are you to enter my home uninvited? If you came to steal, know that a meager creature like you would be no match for me.
In the dark corner sat an old hustumpt, staring at the creature.
Please forgive me.
The small creature responded anxiously.
I didn't mean to disturb you. I was simply curious about this place. I'm lost, you see.
The hustumpt looked at the creature for quite a while before breaking the silence.
Well, you certainly don't look capable enough to be the thieving kind,
he muttered to himself.
But if I find that you conspired with him to steal my hat, you will be sorry you revealed yourself to me.
The hustumpt became quiet for a while, seemingly calming down.
Although perhaps I could be persuaded to part with a couple of my belongings in return for something to calm my hunger. After all, most of these items have been gathering dust down here for as long as I can remember. But don't bring me anything fancy. I don't like brown nosing. Anything that will take care of my growling stomach will do.
The small creature filled the kettle to the brim with cold water. The small creature barely managed to pick up the heavy grinding stone. The creature searched the ground for anything useful. Amongst the shattered bones, one piece seemed to be sharper than the others. Reaching into the hole, the small creature felt something flat, round and hard. As it removed the object from the hole, it saw that it was an old coin.
Hey!
An angry voice emanated from the shed as the creature was about to pick up the piece of cloth laying on the ground.
I found that. If you want it, you'll just have to bring me something else that I can use.
As the small creature touched it, the top part of the shaft easily came off. The small creature hung the water-filled kettle above the fireplace. The small creature carefully removed the hot kettle from the fireplace. As the small creature used a sharp piece of bone to cut the stitches that held the cloth in place, the scarecrow sprung to life, quietly watching its visitor.
Would this be enough to replace the cloth?
The small creature asked as it presented the hay to the guard stumped.
Hey, well, I suppose I could use that instead. I only found this piece of cloth the other night while keeping an eye on the field, but it's already becoming too dirty to wipe my feet on.
The guard stumped responded as he handed the dirty piece of cloth to the small creature.
Maybe you can find some other use for it.
My hat. He had it, didn't he? That wretched thief.
The hush-stumped put the hat on his head and made a sigh of relief.
There, that's how things should be.
The hush-stumped looked at the small creature.
I suppose you want something for this, even though you've already taken my things.
The hush-stumped said grumpily as the small creature's eyes seemed to grow a little bigger.
Here, I found this hammerhead while I was looking for my hat. It's missing its shaft, so I don't know what use you would have for it. But the difficulty of a task should determine the reward, don't you agree? You sure didn't hurry now, did you?
The hush-stumped muttered.
Were you planning on letting me wait all night after I let you take my belongings?
The small creature looked meekly at the floor.
Well, no matter, this will stave off the hunger.
The hush-stumped brought a spoon out from under his thick beard and began to eat.
Since you've already helped yourself to some of my objects, I hardly think a reward should be necessary.
The small creature hung its head as the hush-stumped put another spoonful into his mouth.
Fine. Here, I borrowed this from the wretched one. I have no use for it, so you might as well take it. Now go away.
As the hush-stumped filled the spoon once more, a long strand of thick silver hair came off and landed on the ground in front of the small creature, who saw no harm in picking it up. The creature suddenly realized it had yet to introduce itself.
Hello?
The small creature said politely.
Who are you?
The guard stomped looked at the creature.
I'm the one who looks after this place. No simple task, mind you. The master of the farm hasn't been tending to the land enough this season, so I have to make up for his stupidity by working myself to the bone.
The guard stomped muttered in a stern yet slightly proud voice.
You're a small one, aren't you? I haven't seen something like you before. Where did you come from?
The small creature looked at the guard stomped.
I'm not sure. I remember waking up beneath a stone mound, and as I crawled out, the first thing I saw was the stars. Do you know why I'm here?
The small creature asked hopefully.
I see. Beneath the old stone mound.
The guard stomped appeared to remember something, becoming quiet for a moment before continuing.
No, I'm afraid I don't know why you were born into this place, little one. Nor do I think there is truly a place for you here at the farm. You should look for a place of your own elsewhere.
The small creature hung its head for a moment after hearing the guard stomp's response.
Don't fret, little one. You'll find your place in this world, I'm sure of it. This farm has simply never been that place. Is that what I think it is?
The guard stomped exclaimed as the small creature approached him.
Is that my whetstone? Where did you find it? I don't even remember the last time I saw it.
The guard stomped let out a sigh of relief.
Thank you for finding it for me, little one. My old worn-down tools have been the only thing standing in the way of me bringing this farm back on its feet.
The guard stomped rummaged around inside the shed.
I'm afraid I can't find much of a reward for you. This old hammer shaft is of good quality, but I seem to have misplaced the metal head. I can't understand how I managed to lose these things.
The guard stomp scratched his forehead as he handed the hammer shaft to the small creature.
Perhaps you can find a use for it, little one. I'm sorry I can't offer you a better reward.
Using the fishing rod it just made, the small creature was able to reach the large glowing star in the middle of the spring. As the star's glow broke the surface of the water, an old gold bracelet took its place. As the small creature put the golden bracelet into the hole, a larger alva appeared sitting on the stone. This alva was more beautiful than anything the creature could have imagined, with white glowing hair flowing over the rough surface of the stone, and a shining silver crown on her head. More beautiful than all other Alvor, the Elf Queen had appeared on top of the large stone, calmly observing the small creature. The small creature's humbled words broke the silence.
Hello. I don't want to disturb you, beautiful queen, but if you would allow me but a few moments of watching your people dance, I would be most content. I don't know where else to go, as I don't know where I belong in this world.
The Elf Queen remained silent, yet seemingly not displeased by the presence of the small creature. As the dance continued, the creature watched the glowing beings in silence, entranced by their beauty. Suddenly, in a chanting voice soft as a whisper, the Elf Queen spoke. Her words were not of this world, and even though the creature could not understand them, it felt their power within its small body. As the Elf Queen started to fade along with her dancing Alvor, the smaller circle of mushrooms began to glow, as if responding to her enchanting voice. As the creature faded from the circle, it felt as if reappearing someplace else, leaving the farmlands far behind. Yet the creature was saddened, for even though the beings inhabiting the farm might not have given it the kindest of welcomes into this world, it had felt like a small part of their existence, recognized as a being, albeit an insignificant one, of its own. Now, as the small creature once more began to explore its unfamiliar surroundings, it felt alone.